What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is my third and final post on YouTube today. It is Sunday, so after this, I'm going to get out of here. Probably going to enjoy something outside for the rest of the day. Hope you guys are doing the same thing if you guys got some pretty decent weather. I am in California, so I am going to go out and enjoy some weather. Now, on this post, Bitcoin, as I've been talking about for my previous two posts, I'm not going to rant on it, but currently it is below 26K. We have a weekly candle close coming in about 5 hours or so at the time of this recording. And it is very close to that possible breakdown point. Would it actually, break down and bring quite a bit of the altcoins down with it? It's been very close for the past couple of weeks, but will it actually do it? Okay, so something to be paying attention to. Weekly time frame for Bitcoin. Do take a look into that. There's a double top there. Not going to get into the charge for Bitcoin on this post, I don't think. Just trying to keep it brief. On this post, the main topic here is going to be Dione. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But that is the market and the coin that we're looking into. See what's going on in this market. Is there more upside for this market? It seems to be a pretty new market, okay? Is there more upside? We're going to be taking a look into some key price levels for both the upside and downside price targets to be paying attention to. Going to be giving you guys my personal opinions and sentiments on this market later in this video, so make sure to stay around for that. Of course, none of this is financial advice, nor, this is purely my personal opinions and speculations. I am not a financial advisor, nor am I a elite trader of any sort, even though I am a profitable trader who's been able to keep most of my profits during the last bear markets. But I'm looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys feel the same way, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into the charts. We're going to take into a look into Dione protocol and see what's going on in this market. This is the MEXC exchange for this market, right? It's still a pretty new coin, relatively speaking. It's been, about almost a year, but what I kind of like about newer coins, at least in terms of how I trade, is that there's not too much candlesticks to be looking out for on the higher time frames. Okay, that means I have fewer resistances and supports to be looking out for, depending if I am long or short. Okay, so this is probably something I would look into longing or shorting because it fits that criteria, right? You guys have your own style of trading. I do as well. That is just me, not financial advice, right? So let's take a look into this weekly time frame here. On this weekly time frame, we do have a falling wedge. I mean, I'm not reading this as a double top really, because when I connect the yeah, I'm not really reading this as a double top. I don't have a clear neckline here, right? At least in my opinion. I mean, I guess you could say that. Yeah, I guess it could go either way, right? I mean, you could read this as a double top or a falling wedge, right? So let's dive into both scenarios here and see which scenario is makes more sense. And it's okay to see both scenarios because especially if we have contradicting scenarios. Falling wedge typically breaks to the upside, double top breaks to the downside. So that's going to be pretty interesting to have both scenarios drawn out, right? So I had this falling wedge drawn out, right? Because at first I didn't see that this was a double top pattern, but let's just say, okay, this falling wedge actually plays out, okay? No, let me chart the double top pattern as well. The double top pattern here would be here. Okay, the neckline would be, from what I'm seeing here, it would be 0.2 cents, which makes sense. It's an even number. I like leaning towards even numbers. I think most of the markets do as well, right? So it is an even number for this neckline, so I think this is valid as well. So let's dive into both of these scenarios and see which one is more likely to play out, because this more interesting situation, right? We can do a very quick dive into Bitcoin and talk about this as well. So now let's see. Okay, so currently we do have a falling wedge and a double top pattern, right? It looks like the price action has actually broken below the 0.2 cents area, obviously, because of the price. This is the weekly time frame, so it's not going to look good if you actually get a weekly candle close beneath 0.2 cents area. Let's consider both price targets here, okay? For the falling wedge, we have a price target, which is taken by measuring the opening of the pattern and then putting it on top of a expected breakout date. Let's just say, I don't know. I mean, like, I'm just gonna pick a random point that into the future, right? So let's just say if it breaks out by December of this year, okay, first week of December. That is just a random point I'm picking here just to get a measured target. String this out. All right, December of this year, first week of December here, we get a measured target of about 0.75 cents area. Okay, 0.75 cents area. That is just that's a measured target. It is an estimate only, and I picked a random breakout point into the future. Of course, it could break out sooner or later, assuming that this pattern stays intact. That's not broken yet, okay? It could break the upside or the downside, but falling wedges typically break to the upside, typically. However, you do have a double top pattern here you also want to consider, right? We have a double top pattern, neckline about 0.2 cents area. If you get a weekly candle close, which is coming in about 5 hours, that's not looking too good, okay? Let's see here. So for the double top, which is basically measured from the neckline to the top of the top, to one of the tops here, right? And then you basically subtract it, you put it below the neckline, which would give you a negative number, which doesn't really make sense, right? But I'm gonna just put it there anyways. Let's just say if it goes to 0, if this double top measure target completely plays out, so you definitely want to keep an eye out on which scenario plays out. Right now, even if you get a weekly candle close below the neckline of that double top pattern, this falling wedge is still in play, okay? Let's take a look into both the upside and the downside price levels to be paying attention to. This one's going to be relatively easier comparing to technical analyses I've done with other altcoins because it has less data. There's fewer candles I have to read. So let's take a look here. On the upside here, the weekly 21 SMA, which is the blue line, it's at about 0.29 cents. Okay. Immediately, it's gonna be that's gonna be one key resistance to be looking out for. Of course, that's gonna be moving. It's a moving average. So do you want to keep track of that? The immediate resistance, really, it's going to be for the bulls. It's going to be about 0.2 cents area. Okay, you want to see a weekly candle close back above this area, at the very least for the bulls, right? Let's take a look into the 3-day time frame, which price action did try to break back on top of this weekly of this 0.2 cent area. The 21 SMA on the 3-day is going to be about 0.24 cents area. 3-day 50 SMA is going to be about the 0.3 cent area. We don't have 200 here on this time frame. Daily time frame, we basically have the moving averages very close to the price action, ranging from about 0.2 cent area to about 0.26 cent area. Okay, so those are going to be some key price levels to be looking out for that are very noticeable. Of course, you want to refer to past candle history here for resistances as well, depending on how you're trading or how you're holding the coin. Let's take a look into the downside here. Some key price levels to be looking out for on the downside. Immediately here, based on these weekly candles right here, it's very easy to read. So we could just stay on this weekly time frame. It's going to be at about the 0.175, 0.17 area. Okay, 0.17 to about 0.175 cents area. Next one will be the weekly 50 SMA, which is basically coming up. It's at the bottom trend line of this falling wedge right now, but it is coming up. Currently at about 0.16 cents area. If these don't hold, you're going to be looking at about 0.15 cents, 0.13 cents area, and then so on. You guys can see the past trading candle history here for further details. So that is basically what I'm looking at for Dione protocol. We got a contradicting scenario here. One's bullish and one's bearish. Going to be pretty interesting to keep track of. Now, if you guys have made it this far into this video and don't already have a Weeble account, check out my referral link down below. They're still giving away free stocks valued up to $3,000 when you guys open an account and deposit $100 US. Terms and conditions do apply. I will also get a referral bonus if you guys sign up with my referral link down below. I enjoyed using Weeble as an exchange for both cryptos and stocks. But with any one exchange, I would not put most or all my money into any one exchange. I personally diversify my money across different exchanges in case one goes down, I don't get wrecked. Okay, so if that sounds like something that makes sense to you, check out my referral link down below with Weeble. Let's take a look into Bitcoin here, and then I can give you my opinion, right? So Bitcoin here, currently still sitting at about 25.7K beneath 26K, double top pattern. So in this case, let's bring this up real quick. Bitcoin here, we have two scenarios, right? We actually have three scenarios here. Okay. So let's just talk about this. We got a double top, right? We got a rising channel based on the trend lines. And then we also have a cup and handle. So which one of these is likely to play out? We're really just going to have to keep an eye out on the price action as it comes in, right? So you can make a more informed decision on when to get in, when to get out, when it looks bullish, when it looks bearish, right? You want to have the scenarios mapped out, right? You don't want to just stumble into the market not knowing what's going on, right? Because you could have stumbled into a breaking point, when you're longing the market, and next thing you know, it dumps on you. Okay, so this is even a more interesting scenario. We got three possible scenarios here comparing to Dione protocol. I am personally my overall opinion on this market still bullish overall. I am long and short on quite a bit of altcoins. I am not trading Dione protocol at this time. But if I see a good setup, I will. So let's see what happens. Okay. This wraps it up, my post today. And if you guys want to keep seeing Dion protocol or more altcoin follow-ups, like, subscribe, comments. I will bring you guys a follow-up if enough of you guys want to see this market. All right, have a good rest of the day. See you guys later.